In this one, we're going to solve literals, which basically has the same rules, only they're using all variables. So when you combine variables, if they don't look exactly the same, you have to write them separately. So here's the first one. F equals ma, and we want to solve this for a. So a is being multiplied by m, so I divide both sides by m, and you get a equals f over m. Solve this one for t. So the first thing you want to do is subtract v0, so move that to the other side. Now this v on the left is not the same as the v on the right. This one has a subscript of a 0, so they're different. So when you subtract it, you write them separately. v minus v0 equals at. Then finally you're dividing by a. So divide both sides by a, and you get t is equal to v minus v0 over a. If for whatever reason you needed to split it up, the denominator goes over both. It would be like that. The next one, p equals 2 times l plus w. This one we want to solve for l. So first thing you want to do is distribute, especially because L is in the parentheses. So you get P is equal to 2L plus 2W. Next, subtract 2W. P minus 2W equals 2L. Finally, divide by 2. So you get P minus 2W over 2 equals L. So final answer, you cannot cancel these 2's. You would need a 2 over here to cancel. So just remember, whenever you're trying to cancel something, if there's more than one term in the numerator, the number you're trying to cancel has to appear everywhere in the numerator. Okay, here's another one. C equals AC plus B, solving for C. So the issue with this one is you have C on both sides, so you have to get the terms together. So move this one over by subtracting, so you get C minus AC equals B. Then you can factor out the C. So if I redistribute, I get C times 1 is C, C times the minus A is AC equals B. Then finally I can divide by 1 minus A, so I get C is equal to B over 1 minus A. This one here, PB equals nRT. I'm solving for R, so I'm going to divide by NT at the same time. So when you divide by NT, you get PV over NT is equal to R. A is equal to RT over PB. This one I want to solve it for P. P is in the denominator. When it's in the denominator, the first thing to do is multiply both sides by PB. So that's going to move it over. And it will cancel on the right. So I'll get PVA is equal to RT. And I'm solving for P. So divide by VA. So I get P is equal to RT over VA. This one here, I'm solving for little d and it's in the denominator, so I have to multiply both sides by the denominator to get it out of there. So I get little f times d minus f is equal to f. Distribute. So these f's are not the same. This one is capital, one is small. Add this term to both sides. So I get little f d is equal to f plus little f. Divide by little f, because I'm solving for d, and I get capital F plus little f, capital F over little f. These cannot cancel. Again, I have to have the little f everywhere. So this is the final answer for that. If I wanted to take this again and solve it for capital F, I start the same way. Multiply both sides by d minus f. So I get f d minus capital F equals f. Distribute still. F d minus little f equals f. Now I have to combine the capital F's on both sides. So basically my steps are still the same. So I get little f d is equal to little f capital F plus f. Now factor out the capital F. So I get little f plus 1 and divide by little f plus 1, and I get capital F is equal to little f d f plus 1. And again, you can't cancel anything. And the last one here, A is equal to 2mg over capital M plus 2 little m. Solve it for little m. So multiply both sides by capital M plus 2m. So I get A times m plus 2 little m is equal to 2 little mg. And now I want to distribute, so I get A capital M plus 2A little m equals 2 little mg. I got to get the little m's together, so move this term over. So it's 2 little mg minus 2A little m. Factor out the little m, so I get 2g minus 2A equals A m. Then finally divide by 2g minus 2a, both sides. So I get little m is equal to a m, capital M, over 2g minus 2a. And if you wanted to make it simpler, you could factor out the 2 on the denominator. So you get g minus a.